Hi, and welcome to a Math Warehouse video on circles. A rectangle is inscribed in a circle such that each vertex of the rectangle lies on the circumference of the circle. The diagonal of the rectangle is twice the length of the shortest side of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle is 1600 square root of 3 square units. What is the length in units of the diameter of the circle? So this question is about this picture here. Here I inscribed a rectangle. I know, just bear with me, it's not the best rectangle, but an inscribed rectangle means that there's a rectangle inside the circle and each vertex is on the circle itself. And they want to know about the diameter of the circle, but I believe the key to this question, the part that's going to confuse people the most, involves a rule here. And the rule is that if you have an angle inside a circle on the edge, it's inscribed angle. If you have an angle on the vertex of a circle, the intercepted arc has a special relationship to the angle. You can see from this that the angle here, angle D, is half the size of the intercepted arc. So what does that mean for a rectangle inscribed in a circle? Well, we know a rectangle has a 90-degree angle. That means that the intercepted arc that this angle here creates from here to here is going to be 180. Remember, the angle is half of that. Well, what does it mean if we intercept 180 degrees? It means that the diagonal of this rectangle is also the diameter of the circle, which we have to solve for. What is the length in units of the diameter of the circle? Well, the diameter of the circle is the diagonal of the rectangle. That's the key to this question. They also tell us that the diagonal of the rectangle is twice the length of the shortest side of the rectangle. So I drew and labeled this here. The diagonal of the rectangle is twice the length of the shortest side of the rectangle, right? So this is x, this is 2x. We also are told by this question, we know the area of this rectangle, right? So what's the area of a rectangle? Is a length times width. So if we can find this value here, I'm going to call it b, then we can do a lot of good stuff and answer the question. So first off, we have to find b, and as you can see, we have a right triangle here, so we're going to use good old Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is c squared, or in this case, x squared plus b squared equals 2x squared. 2x squared is 4x squared. And we're going to subtract this x squared from both sides to see that b squared is 3x squared. We're trying to get this value here, at least in terms of x. So we can take the square root of both sides to find out that b is the square root of 3x. So we now know that this is x. This side is the square root of 3x, but we can now use this information that the area of the rectangle is 1600 square root of 3 units to find out what x is. So all we have to do is say x times square root of 3x, or b, is 1600 square root of 3. So let's divide both sides by the square root of 3, right? It's on both sides, so we can divide both sides by it. To get x squared is 1600. Take the square root of both sides. To get x is 40, and they want to know what the diameter is. And if you remember, the diameter is 2x, so it's going to be 80. So 2x is going to be 80.